Hello, I hope you can hear me. All right, you're welcome. Today we'll be looking at fib retracement with flip zone. Okay, and we know our flip zone when we talk about supply to demand, or demand to supply, right? S2D or D2S. And when do we use S2D? That's when price is selling, price is bullish, price is bearish, then we want to counter buy it, counter trend buy to bullish. Okay, we can see in this situation whereby price is making pullback, take out inducement, make this series of pullback, and then break of structure, another pullback, taking out the inducement, then price tap on the additional order block. After that, there was a pullback on the additional order block, and after that pullback, price took out the additional order block. Then we know already that the point of the pullback, in majority of the cases, price will do what? We come back and take it out, take out that low point of the pullback that happened when price tap into this additional order block, right? So with this, there are sometimes we can just put our buy order on this S2D point. At this point, we can just put it here, right? We can just put it here to target that high point. Hope you are seeing it. So, but this trade, you see, this trade will give us just 1 point, approximately 1.5 risk to reward. Okay, you risk $1 to get for $1.49. Okay, so but with this Fibonacci retracement, we can be able to limit our risk and increase our reward. What I'm saying is this. Now, this whole zone of after price has taken out this inducement, then when price tap into the additional order block, there was a pullback. Instead of us buying from this point of that pullback, because we anticipate price to come and take out that low point, we can use Fibonacci retracement to increase our win rate, our risk to reward. That is what I mean. Now we're going to use this Fibonacci retracement tool. You can get it from this tool, from that 2 point there. Now, how do we set it? Double click on it. It will show the settings. So I've already customized my own. You can screenshot this or pause the video and customize yours also. You see 0, 1, then 0.5, then 0.79. That is this color here. That color there, that's 0.79. Okay, then you can see everything. Use one color. I'm using one color, just pure white, all those things. You can see that just the setting for the Fibonacci retracement. Then how do you make use of it? Now in this situation, let me delete this by today. In this situation, we already know that for price to have made reaction from that additional order block, we anticipate price to do what? To come and take out this low point. There are some times that price, after taking out this low point, price will come to the extreme point and continue to buy. Now, we know already that if there's another block here, what do? We anticipate price to take out this low point, which now serve as our counter trend inducement, and price will come and tap on the other block and continue to buy. All right, that is our strategy for this flip zone S2D. Now, when there is no other block at this extreme end, how do you make an entry? We just have to try to make our entry to be very logical and mechanical, so that it will not be like a guesswork. We just have to follow mechanical way of mapping out these things. This is where we now make use of this Fibonacci retracement tool. You see, when you click on it, you have to take it from this low point. You first of all okay it from this low point straight to this inducement point. That is where you draw it from this low point to this inducement point. Then we stretch it to the right side to know it will not plot for us the 50% and the 79% levels. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Take it from that low point, then take it to this inducement point. You stretch it to the right hand side. So after doing that, what do we have? This is the the 50% point, that is the center point. Okay, then this blue line that is there, that is the 79% point, or is the golden point of entry. We can use that 79% point, but I will recommend to use mostly the 50% point of entry. So when we want to enter this trade, we are going to make our buy to and set our buy limit on that level there. Sorry, we'll take our buy to, set our buy limit, at that 50%. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So with this, instead of you having instead of having 1.5 as our risk to reward, you see our risk to reward has now increased to 2.6 by using this Fibonacci retracement tool. All right, and where we mostly use this is when there is no other block after price has taken out the additional order block. Price have made reaction. We want a counter order block to be here, but when there's no counter order block, what do? We make use of Fibonacci retracement, take it from this low point, then up to the inducement point. Then we can now get our entry at that 50% Fibonacci retracement point. We can now set our buy limit there. The same thing applies also to D2S. That's when price is buying, and then we want to make our sell entry. The same principle we are going to apply. So let's check for examples of where this happened on the chart. Now, as an example, we can see from this NZD card chart, price has made break of structure, after taking out inducement, price made break of structure, inducement again, then price came to make change of character. Okay, this is now 4-hour change of character. We can see at the extreme there's another block there. Okay, now looking at all this pullback, there's no valid there's no new structure that price has broken, cause another break of structure, no one there. So let me zoom in. By the time you now look at this chart, you see there's a possibility of price making pullback. Take out the 4-hour inducement, you can see what price did there. Price came to the 4-hour additional order block, tap on it, then make reaction, then continue to go upward. So this entry will be valid in as much price has not gotten to this engineering liquidity. So since price has not gotten to that place, and you can see that where price made reaction from, this is the place that price made reaction from, the 4-hour additional order block. Okay, but if we make our entry here, we place our buy limit there, you can see our stop loss will be very, very large, because our stop loss is going to be at this low point. So for us to limit our entry, for us to increase our risk to reward, we make use of this Fibonacci retracement tool. Like we study now, we draw it from this point up to this inducement point. Okay, so from that inducement point, we can now use like a cross line to check the 50%. The 50% point, you can see from that 50% point, that is where our entry will now be. Let me delete the Fibonacci retracement tool. You can see it. So you can see where price, after price has taken another pullback point, price came to that 50%, because there's no valid order block here. If you look at it, there's no valid order block. Okay, so since there's no valid order block, price came to this 50%, to this 50% point. Price tap on it, and then you see what price just did. Price gave us a very nice entry and continue to buy upward. This is how many trade? This is what this was 14.24 hour trade. Now let's take a look at if we are to use that pullback point to make our entry. How many hour are we going to get? Let me adjust this. You can see this will just give us 3.2 risk to reward ratio if you have used the point of reaction from that additional order block on this trade. Okay, but having used this Fibonacci retracement tool, we're able to amass a total of about four arrow, which is 4 risks to reward you, 14 risks to reward. You risk $1 to get $14, and so forth. Now let me make another example. This is on the stochastic indices. This is step index on the 1 hour time frame. After marking out the chart, all of those, you can see price cause they change your character in this place. Change your character, price make all these many movements, and then you can see finally price came and then took out this low point, causing another change of character. First change of character, second change of character. After that, let me zoom in also. You can see what price did there. We can see that this first point here is what is our inducement. Then you can see our additional order block. Price came to additional order block. Price reacted from it, and then did what? After that reaction, price invalidated the additional order block. You can see it with these candlesticks. These two candlesticks, price invalidated it. As such, our counter trend, which is this is now our S2D. Okay, supply fade, demand takeover. Now when you look at this trade, let me remove this Fibonacci tool. When you look at this trade, you can see that this is the point of pullback, and it's kind of very far from this low point, because if we want to enter this way, we have to put our entry there, and our stop loss will be below this point. Okay, so that is very far. The stop loss will be very large, so we can reduce the stop loss by using the Fibonacci retracement tool, like we have just studied, and taking it from this low point. You can see, take it from this low point up to the inducement point. What do we now have? We'll see that we now have 50% point. You can see what price the price retrace from that inducement point, from that pullback point, and price came to this 50%. The Fibonacci retracement to 50%. That is what price did. Price tap on it, and then this gave us a very nice trade. And this is now what, about 7 raised to the reward, 6.98. But if we did not make use of the Fibonacci retracement, you see that this is where our entry will be. This is where our entry will be at. Okay, let me adjust it so you can see it. Now that is where our entry will be at, and then that will give us how many risks to reward. You can see the risk to reward has now reduced, giving us just 3.7 risk to reward. So making use of this Fibonacci retracement tool and entry at 50% point is very good to increase, or to, let me say, to maximize the potential of any of this setup that may happen. All right, but if we have a valid order block here, other block that does not have, that is not yet tapped, that has fair value gap, another block, a valid order block that meet all our criteria, or maybe at this point there's no need for us to make use of Fibonacci retracement anymore. We just have to set our entry there, put our stop loss below, and then price will continue to buy accordingly. The same principle also for counter trend. When you want to trade for price is selling, when price is buying, you want to counter trend it to sell. Okay, that's a D2S. When demand fade, supply take over. Now in this scenario, the scenarios we have looked at is when supply fade, then demand take over. We now use our Fibonacci retracement to get our perfect entry. I hope this is very helpful to you. Learn these techniques, study it, improve, and it will help you a lot. Have a great time.